Hello, everyone. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Hope everyone had a great trading day today. We're going to go over the markets. We do have some good news, okay, on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, as we speak, is breaking big resistance all-time highs. And we also got a buy signal on the Dow yesterday. So these are two big developments. All right, so let's go right into it. All right, so we got a buy signal, guys, on the Dow yesterday right here. If you guys can see here. All right, buy signal, a blue arrow right here on the Dow yesterday. So we now have buy signals on all of the indexes, okay? So the Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, and the Russell all has buy signal, okay? So we are definitely bullish. Not that we will not have, we won't have any pullbacks, right? We'll certainly have that. But we do have buy signals, and we're looking at resistance levels, which are all-time highs above, all right? So S&P right here, that's your resistance right here. The Dow, the IWM, the Russell, all the way up here, and then the NASDAQ is right here. The VIX is at 18. All right, so 18 on the VIX, was at 17 and change. It's jumped up a bit. No big deal there as long as we can stay below 20. Most of the sectors are up. We have a couple that are down. One's neutral. The number one sector, though, guys, right now is tech. All right, especially in our Monster Scalper system. All right, Bullmaster system. Tech is definitely number one. We are seeing a move in small caps, in healthcare, and if we get a chance, we'll go over that. Okay, but buy signals, very important. Buy signals on all three of our indexes here. All right, the current futures market is down. The market was down slightly, not a big deal. All right, expect some pullback. If we get some white candles in these indexes, guys, we'll have to pay really close attention. I don't think we'll call a sell with a white candle. We'll wait for red candles to come in because we've moved up nicely there. Okay, Dow was down today slightly, 114. S&P was down 23. NASDAQ was down 72. And IWM, the Russell, was slightly down. Currently, the futures market is down a bit. Now, the reverse is true, right? So normally, when we are bearish, and you guys probably noticed this during the correction, when we are bearish, we'll see the futures being up. When the market is bearish, right, we'll normally see the futures market up after market, right? Right? Or pre-market, the markets are up. And then they finish down for the day. Right? When we have a bullish market, futures markets usually, right? We see this a lot, where it's down, all right, after market or pre-market, and then it finishes up for the day. Okay, so that's generally what happens. Okay, but currently we are down. So the Dow is down a bit, slightly. S&P, NASDAQ, all currently down. Not by much, not a big deal there. All right, again, the top sector right now is tech, and we do have a buy signal, and tech is looking to break its resistance right here, which is the all-time highs, guys. All right, right here, buy signal, good price action here. The other sector, I'm trying to remember. If I can't remember, it was not a big deal, right? Consumer discretionary, we do have a buy signal there. Healthcare, I know that's forming some support. So we got good support on healthcare, guys, right here. We've seen some stocks that are moving in stock bar small caps. So we might have a rotation there. Financials also. Okay, small caps love financials. All right, so buy signal here in financials. and getting ready to break resistance there. But so we do have buy signals, good buy signals coming in. But again, tech for bull master, that's where we want to be. Okay, the VIX on the monthly time frame, like at 18 right here, right? We need that VIX to come on down lower here. That would be ideal. The Max 7 stocks, let's take a quick look at these. All right, what we need this to do is just hold their buy signals. Most of these have buy signals in place, especially now that we've got a buy signal on the Dow. All 4 indexes now has buy signals. That's really good. That will help the Max 7 stock. So Tesla has a buy signal here, guys. That's holding nicely here, Tesla. Microsoft, right, it has its buy signal and breaking resistance. That's really good there. Okay. These were down slightly for the day, but holding firm. Meta, Facebook, holding firm. We're still looking for a buy signal from Apple. NVIDIA, good price action, guys, from NVIDIA. Would not be surprised if NVIDIA, probably next week or so, we'll see. Don't hold me to it, please. All right, where we get to 150. That's 15 points away, 15, 16 points away. That's not a lot, okay, for NVIDIA. All right, good price action here. Buyers are holding. We do have some near-term resistance right here. All right, so that is at about, let's say, 140 right here. Near-term resistance. We can see that right across here. But then the big resistance is 150. If we can get above 150, we could see NVIDIA move much higher, guys. And that will help the markets, okay? So NVIDIA holding firm. Apple, like I said, no buy signal yet on Apple. Amazon, a buy signal. It filled in that gap, which is good, right? So it's filled in that gap, but holding, all right, holding. All right, nice pullback here. This is a healthy pullback, okay? And it's right, so it's filled in that gap a bit. All right, we'll look for it to hopefully just keep moving higher here. All green candles, no major concern there yet. Google right now, we just need a buy signal. We did get a purple support and resistance, so we know, right, buyers are under some pressure here a bit, right? Purple support and resistance. We don't like those going into the markup phase, right? We like those in the markdown phase, right? So we have a yellow candle right here. That was good, but we made a lower low, lower high, created this purple support and resistance. But not a major concern there. The mags, right, which we use to track the Magnificent Seven, good price action here. All right, this is very similar to NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA's price action here. Look at the mags. All right, so buy signal here, holding nicely. All right, no major concern. Even with a bit of some selling there, no major concern there. Okay, the Dow on the daily time frame, as mentioned, we do have a buy signal here on the daily time frame. The all-time highs is all the way up here, guys. That's not far, right? All right, so the Dow buy signal will look to move, continue to move higher, higher highs, right? Higher highs, higher lows, right? Keep moving higher, get to resistance here. That's the goal. The Dow on the weekly time frame, green candles are coming in here, right? 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks of some buying here. That's good. This is how far we are to the all-time highs. And Dow weekly time frame, monthly time frame looks good there. All right. Hey, Ron. Hey, nice to see you, Ron. Good job. Intuit. All right. All right. INTU. Let me know if that's a stock, Ron. Welcome, though. Welcome, Ron. All right. So Dow monthly looks good here, guys. This is how far we are. All right. So this was your correction here. That correction did not last long. All right. Did not last long at all. All right. See the weekly here. We held that trend line right here. All right. And we've been all right. Perfect. All right. So we'll get to that in a bit. When we take a look at stock boss, we'll take a look at that for you, Ron. All right. Let me know what time frame. All right. We normally do it on a daily time frame, but we'll check. Let me know what time frame if you have a particular time frame in mind. Dow weekly, guys, looks good. Dow monthly right here. But again, buy signal on the Dow came in yesterday, so that's really, really encouraging. Okay. All right. All right. S&P on the daily time frame, guys. Here was our buy signal. Again, we have a nice V-shaped recovery. All right, so we out of that danger zone with equities. Okay, just like we had a nice V-shaped recovery here. All right, nice V-shaped recovery. All right, daily. Okay, perfect. So this is how close we are to the all-time highs here on the S&P. Okay, so we are definitely bullish. Right now, S&P weekly time frame, guys. This is how close we are to the all-time highs on the S&P, right? All right, so good, held really well. The trend line here, all through here. Weekly time frame on the S&P. But look here, 2 weeks of buying so far, and this is how close we are to the all-time highs. Really pay attention to the S&P. That will drive the broad market. All right. S&P on the monthly time frame. Look at that. All right. Nice recovery there. That looks good. NASDAQ, guys, on the daily time frame, buy signal here. And remember, guys, we started adding, right, getting into the markets right about here. These white candles, green candles here. So if you guys have been adding right since that time, you should have done really, really well. All right. NASDAQ on the weekly time frame, again, green candles here. Buyers are coming in. Big macro. This is a big macro, right? So here's our channel right here. All right. Previous buy signal, bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here. We'll get a buy signal on the weekly time frame if we can break through that resistance here. Okay. All righty. NASDAQ on the monthly time frame. Again, big picture, guys. We want to pay attention to this. A lot of times, right, you've got, folks are talking about markets are crashing and this and that's going to happen. We have to pay attention to the price action. Okay, so we were correcting, all right? We were in I would say a bear market right here, but we're out of that now. Okay, so we need to switch hats, right? We are now bullish, and we've been bullish for a while now with equities, okay? NASDAQ, same thing here. And the Russell, have a buy signal here on the Russell. We are paying attention to small caps, okay? We are seeing some broadening in the markets, okay? The last cycle, buying cycle, which started in October, okay, in October of last year, our Christmas rally here. All right. The IWM Russell never really participated. All right. It was really the tech, the Max 7 stocks, right? But now we are starting to see a more broadening of the market, meaning that not just the Max 7, not just tech, right? Everything is moving a bit, including healthcare, okay? So we'll really keep an eye on the Magnificent 7. The Russell here. Last year, we had a lot of consolidation in the IWM. See here, very choppy, right? It was very, very choppy, very difficult trading. But we had that sell-off, and a lot of times when we have a correction in the market, that will bring in, right, some new investors, right, new institutional money coming into these smaller companies. So we are starting to see that. Okay, but the IWM will need the IWM to keep moving higher. That's a misprint there. All right, same thing here. We've got white candles here. We need green candles. We're a bit farther away all right, with the Russell. Again, a lot of consolidation in the Russell here. We'll need it to finally move higher, break through that resistance. That will help small caps. On the monthly time frame, we're not too far on the monthly time frame from the all-time highs, which is right here. Okay. Big news on Bitcoin. Okay, so we've talked about Bitcoin. Our buy signal, our most recent buy signal, guys, came in at 94,000. Okay, and that buy signal came in, when was it? April, right? April the 24th is when we called it here. Our previous buy signal, we had two previous buy signals prior to this buy signal. This one here was right in October for that Christmas rally, right? Bought here, sold here, right? And then we looked to break through resistance to make new highs, and that failed right here. And then we got a new buy signal in April, right? Right here in end of April. Well, guess what? All right, that buy signal is really paying off, guys. Okay, so we are breaking a big resistance. We had called it at 107, right? 107 right here is our big resistance on Bitcoin. So we are breaking through that resistance right now. We're at 107. Okay, so no guarantees. You guys know this, but based on the price action, okay, so this would be your first target here, but based on that price action, we do have nice resistance here. We're going to break through, right? There's a good chance we'll break through and perhaps make another leg, right, higher. We might retest, right, 107, all right, but for right now, good price action, all green candles, buy signals are holding, just really good candles. If I zoom this here, you guys can see nice healthy candles, and that's really great news for Bitcoin. Definitely will look to move higher, and that's reaccumulation. And if you guys look at the buy signals, the previous buy signals, they've done pretty well. I know it's hard to see here, but they've done pretty well here, right? Bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here, buy signal here, breaking out. Gold, all right, pull back, but now it's moving up higher again. All right, buy signal all the way down here on gold on the weekly time frame at 2,300, trading at 32. Big picture there. So Bitcoin is holding. Gold is holding. Silver, we did get a sell signal here, red candle right here. If we get above resistance here, we'll call it again with silver, but very choppy trading in silver. Gold is the better trade right now, but gold is overbought. All right, gold is definitely overbought. Okay, but hey, this is trend following, right? So we let it run. Crude oil, nothing here, guys. All right, hanging around between 60 and 80. So very comfortable area here for crude oil. Not tradable, but I always say it's good for our gas prices. Okay, bonds, nothing going on here. Okay, dollar, guys, still holding at support. All right, big support here right at 100. I think it closed today at, was that 101, I believe, right? 101, right there at 100. But good support, good support. We look for the dollar eventually, guys, to go back and test that resistance here. All right, notice what it's done here in the past, right? Boom, right in here. All right, so eventually we'll look for the dollar to move back to the upside. It might test the lows, okay, and then move higher. But the dollar is strong, all right? No major concern with the dollar there, okay? If you guys look here, the dollar has been in this range right here, 100, since 2020, all right? It did make a move higher. As a matter of fact, you know, you have to be careful. That's why we don't pay attention to the news. Everyone is saying that the dollar is crashing. The dollar isn't crashing, guys. All right. If you guys look right here, this goes back all the way to 2009. I'm sorry, 1996, right here, right here. Yes, made a move higher. This was 2000, but right here is like that's the sweet spot for the dollar 100 right here. All right, the dollar made it 2008 through 2012 was at 73. All right, we are nowhere near that. Okay, so the dollar is not crashing. As a matter of fact, if we make a move higher, we'll be near the highs. All right, at 120 or so. Okay, so although it's not a great trade right now, right? We can see that with our monster scalper for Forex. All right, the dollar is not weak. Okay, monthly time frame holding firm here. Pound yen, have no idea what's going on with pound yen, guys. Still in a tough consolidation in here. Have no idea what the Forex market is doing, and I can usually analyze Forex, but right now it is stuck. All right, so the dollar is stuck. All right, we need the dollar to move, and we need the yen pairs to move. Okay, and we need the yen, the yen in the futures market to move, and they're not moving. Okay, so Forex is kind of stuck. All right, so just be careful with Forex right now. Okay, be careful. The yen. All right, pound yen just holding right below that resistance. A lot of consolidation in here, lots of consolidation in here, and that will reflect in the Forex market, monster scalper in particular. Okay, so I know with new traders, we have new traders that are always coming in. It's just if you're trading the right way, it's not you. Okay, a lot of times we think it's us, but it's the market. It's not cooperating right now. Okay. All right. Current positions. We do have some trades, right? We do have some trades in Monster Scalper. Let's go through those. On the 60-minute time frame, just be careful, guys. All right. You'll find opportunities here and there, but we don't have a rotation. And it is a difficult market, and it is consolidating. All right, so monster scalper on the 60-minute time frame, right? We have a decent trade going here. USD HKD on the 60-minute time frame. All right, bought here, sold here, buy signal here. Right, great trade going here. Perhaps the best trade there on the 60-minute time frame. Eurozar, buy signal here, right here, sell signal, we need to be out. So Eurozar. EURTRY, buy signal here, holding for right now. EURHKD, buy signal here, that is holding. So here is your markdown phase here. And Ron, I haven't forgotten about you. We'll take a look at your trade when we take a look at stocks in Stock Boss. Alrighty here. Buy signal here, moving up nicely there. EURHKD. Euro dollar, buy signal here, holding. So 60 minutes is trying to hold, right? Euro CAD, buy signal here. Red candle, sell signal. Right, we'll need to close that trade. Euro Swiss, buy signal here, sell signal. Look at the price action. These guys, we should really not be trading this type of stocks. Currencies here. Okay. All right. GBP ZAR, buy signal here, red candle, sell signal. We should be out. Okay. Pound ZAR. All right, pound HKD, buy signal here, sell signal. Okay, we should be out of it. We did not call this new buy signal there. All right, if you want to take it, that's fine, but we're going to close that trade. Pound dollar, buy signal here, sell signal. Look at the choppiness, guys. On the 60-minute, just a complete mess. Pound dollar there. Pound SGD, buy signal here, moving up nicely there. This on the 60-minute, so choppy. Pound Swiss, buy signal here, broke support, red candles. Close the trade, please. Pound Swiss. All right, 240. I think it's doing price action is a little better on the 240. Let's take a look. No shorts. Be careful shorting the yen pairs and the dollar pairs, guys. We have no direction in those in those markets. Okay. All right. USD CAD, dollar CAD on the 240. Buy signal here, red candle, sell signal, close the trade, please. Dollar CAD. USD CZK, buy signal here, right? We got out here, got back in here, but look at that. Red candle here. Close the trade. USD CZK. All right. USD DKK. All right. Another dollar pair. Buy signal here. Red candle, sell signal. So bought here, sold here. Just have to get out. Red candles are coming in, so we want to be out. We don't want this to happen, okay? USD DKK. All right. Pound pairs. I think the pound pairs are doing better. So pound Aussie, buy signal here, holding, breaking out. Pound CAD, that's holding, right? A decent trade there. Pound HKD looks good there, okay. Pound New Zealand, right? That looks good there, holding. Pound PLN, right? That's your Polish pair. Buy signal here, got out here, got back in here. Red candle, close the trade. Tough trade. Guys, look at the price action here. Tough. We really should not be trading this market. But I know you guys want to, you want some opportunities. You just have to be quick to get out quickly, okay? So pound SGD, right? Buy signal here. We have some red candles. We called it right about here, looking for a move higher. Pound SGD, and then pound dollar. All right, buy signal here. Don't be lazy like me, guys. Bring in your lines. This on the 240, pound dollar. All right, buy signal here, and we're looking to break resistance here. Okay. All right, we need to get out of this consolidation here. Euro Aussie. All right, Euro Aussie, a good setup here. Let's hope it can move higher here. So good markdown phase here, right here, and mark up with a buy signal. All right, buy signal here, and our target. Let's bring that up. Oh, come on, somewhere up in here, right? Right about here. Okay. Euro Aussie on the 240. Euro Swiss, buy signal here, red candle, sell signal, close the trade. Frustrating market. Euro HKD. Previous trade did well. All right, let's see, the previous two trades did well. Here, let's see if we can get another trade here. Not too bad price action here. Not as choppy. Let's see if we can break through that resistance there. Okay, buy signal here. Resistance is right here. EUR HKD. EUR PLN. All right, buy signal here. Red candle. Sell. Close the trade. PLN. EUR TRY. Buy signal here. TRY is normally not a great trade, but it's a decent setup, and it has been trading well. and we don't have a lot of good setups. So it has been trading well. So TRY, JPY on the 240. Bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here. All right, so good, two good buy signals. We have a very narrow, all right, very narrow consolidation, which is good here. Buy signal here, and good price action to break out. Hopefully we get another trade like this. All right, we know it's tough when we're having to rely on TRY. Euro, dollar, another bad setup here. All right, previous two trades did well. Bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here. And the one good news is that we have other markets, right? Equities are moving, so we could move to a different market, right? That's why we trade multiple markets, multiple systems. Euro, dollar, good buy signal here, right? Hopefully get to resistance and then break through. Okay, so that's what we've got for Forex Monster Scalper. No shorts right now. We're seeing sellers coming in the yen pairs and the dollar pairs, but those indexes are stuck. It's kind of not going anywhere. Okay. Stock Boss. Let's take a look at Stock Boss. And before we do that, INTU done. Let's take a look right here. INTU. Intuit. What's the symbol? What's the symbol for Intuit, Ron? Find me the symbol, please. They're reporting earnings tomorrow. Find me the symbol, please. And then we'll take a look at it. Okay. This is Stock Boss, guys. What we need are green candles. We have buy signals. We need green candles. If we get white candles, we'll continue to hold because we do have buy signals, right, in equities. Red candle will give us sell signal. All right. White arrow, like here, will give us a sell signal. Okay. All right. So let's go through these. We'll go through these quickly here. Green candles, we hold in. Oh, looks good. Good price action. Let's open this up. Your symbol will be here. Most recent price action will be here. So INTU. INTU. All right, let's take a look into it. Earnings are coming out. All right, very choppy price action here. Very choppy. Doesn't look like it has a lot of volume there. Let's open it up. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame here. Let's see if we can find anything here. So on the weekly time frame, all right, we've got resistance. All right, pretty good resistance at 671. We are in the markup phase. That's good. So we are trending higher. So we're definitely trending higher, right? It's holding its trend line. That's good. It looks almost like one of the indexes, right? So it's holding its trend line here, all through here, right? Held it here, found good support here. Green candles here. This is on the weekly. All right, so it looks good, right? It looks good. Let's take a look at the monthly. Buyers are coming in. Monthly looks really good. All right, so this might be all-time high. Yeah, I would think so. All-time highs for it. Good price action. That buy signal on the monthly came in at $31, guys. Not that we would buy it, right there on the monthly. But good price action, Ron. So really good price action. On the monthly, you could get a bit of a pullback, but all-time highs where the price closed. So it's right at its previous all-time highs where it closed. So good call there, right? So yeah, so absolutely looks good on the monthly. Wow. And it's had its pullback for the correction last month, and this month, boy, look at that. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly, it's breaking resistance here on the weekly. So we know monthly looks good. Buyers are on the monthly. On the weekly here, weekly looks good. We break into resistance here. A few weeks of buying, green candles there. And let's see here. Support, we've got really good support. Let's bring that here. Really good support right here. See all that consolidation right here? All right, tight consolidation, and now it's breaking out. So I would wait to see what it does after the earnings call, how price reacts, because it could sell off. All right, but if it keeps moving higher, probably, let's say, above probably 671, probably about 680, 690, right about there could be good. Okay. Support. Yeah, I would say so your real support is about 600 right here. Okay. Definitely we don't need to count. We don't have to count this. Don't count this here. This you could count a little bit. I would say, if you want to push it, right here, 555 or so, right here. But your real support will be perhaps right here. Okay. But if you want to give it some room, that's on the weekly though. Let's take a look at the daily. All right, so on the daily time frame, definitely support. You're going to have support at that 600 mark right here. Our buy signal came in here on the daily at 625, and it is breaking out now. So we have good resistance here. So sellers could definitely come in, right? Put you back into that range here, right? Which is not a good place to be. They've done it before, right here, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5, 6. So they could certainly push that price back into this area here. So I would wait for a clean break, have the price close. So depending on when earnings are coming out, just trade it. Or you could do this. Right, find an entry on a smaller time frame. Okay, all right, but good trade there. Just did a nice firm breakout, close above that resistance. Okay, all right. Okay, so stock boss guys, let's go through our stocks. All right, so green candles. And thanks for sharing that stock, Ron. Green candles, all green candles, what we want to see here in stock boss. Remember, these are small caps, all sectors. PWW, white candle there. All right, we'll close that. That's not a very good. See, resistance is right here, failing to stay above resistance. That's not good there, so we'll close that. POW, W in stock boss. Let's keep going here. Green candles is all we need to see right now. Good, good, good. Good. Good price action there. Good. Good so far. Prices are holding. White candle there on, which one is that? NRDY. All right, struggling a bit. We'll hold on to that there for now. We'll hold on adding, guys. We've got enough stocks. So we're going to hold off on giving new alerts. We might do that in school, but we'll hold off on doing it here. It's just too many to track. All right. Good price action, unless it's really good. Really good setup. All right. Good. 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 All right. Bull Master, let's take a look. All right. SMCI. Okay. If we get a chance, we'll take a look at that one also. All right. Bull Master, guys. We have a few here. All green candles is what we want to see. Remember, Bull Master is the large caps, right? S&P, NASDAQ, primarily tech, but we trade in everything now. All right, good price action. All green candles is what we want to see with our buy signal there. These moves are relatively early too. Most of these we were in before the buy signal on the indexes. But again, we are seeing a broadening of buying, right? Good price action, all green candles. And we can use this to tell us, right, whether the institutions are buying or selling, right? If they're selling, we just will not have these many stocks. And they will not have this type of price action. All green candles here is what we want to see. Just go through these. All green candles. We get a red candle, we'll close it. White candle, we'll evaluate it. White arrow, sell signal, we'll close it. So right now, we just want to make sure we've got green candles here. Green candles. And notice how we looked at the indexes, looked at the sector. Now we're looking at the stocks, right? Most traders look at the stock first and don't pay any attention to the other areas. Okay, all green candles. Great price action, guys. All these here tech. And tech is the #1 sector right now. But we might have a move coming up in healthcare. We'll take a look at that. And we're going through a lot of stocks here, guys. And they're all moving higher, all green candles. Those are buyers, right? Look at that. Okay. So find your spot. Our Bull Master traders, all right, even our Stock Boss traders, nothing to complain about, okay? Nothing to complain about here. All righty. Okay, quick look at Stock Boss. Well, US 30, before I forget. Our US 30 traders. Our US 30 traders, we have a trade setting up, okay, on the 60-minute time frame. All right, and it's trading fairly well on the 60-minute time frame. Okay. All right, so the US 30, if it breaks the resistance here, we should get a buy signal. So we're waiting for that. Hopefully, we can get that Thursday into Friday when we go live. Friday morning, okay? Daily time frame looks good. Here's our V-shaped recovery. We just need a buy signal, but a break of resistance here or anywhere in this area here, we'll get a buy signal. On the 60, we'll call it. Same thing for the NAS 100. Okay, our previous buy signal here failed. We're looking for a break of resistance. We do have a buy signal here on the daily. Again, your nice V-shaped recovery. This is how far we are from the all-time highs. A buy signal here, right? Nice resistance here. We'll get a buy signal. We'll definitely call it there. Okay, so keep an eye on our monster US 30 traders and NAS 100 traders. Pay attention to those markets. We're depending on how things move. If we can finally start getting some better trades, we might bring out the S&P, the SP 500 system. Okay, our stock boss traders, we've fallen off a bit, so a few less trades here. We have 111, right? We were at 250 or so. We have 111, 112. But pay attention. I think Simon had mentioned this also in the school community, that healthcare is definitely making a move in stock boss, guys. So there might be a rotation, and the charts look pretty good. Look at this one here, right? That's a pretty good chart here. All right, so look at this one here. So there's definitely a move. All right, and we would like to see small caps, right? That Russell move, but all of these here is healthcare. Not a lot of tech, all right, in here, but healthcare. Keep an eye on that. We don't have a buy signal in the healthcare sector, but healthcare and biotech giving us a nice support. Okay, so they found support. Bull Master, we got 132, so that's come down a bit from a high of 700. That's unusual. That was a record. All right, they started buying, guys. Right, these institutions started buying a lot. But health in Bull Master, still tech. Tech is definitely still in control, but healthcare is coming in also. Here's healthcare right here. Okay, all righty. While we are here, so SMCI is, I think that's semiconductor, right? SMCI. All right, let's take a look here. All right, SMCI doesn't look too bad. We've got on the weekly time frame, we've got buyers. All right, so buyers are on the weekly time frame here. So Ron, that looks good. Look at the previous move higher here. Good support here on the weekly. And if we draw something like this, we know we've got a markdown phase here. And then we've got all right, it's a little early on the weekly. We have resistance here. And we have buyers coming in. So we have markdown, accumulation, right? If we break resistance, that's the markup phase. That's on the weekly. So weekly is setting up. Nice big candle here. Came in last week. This week, just holding right now. And on the daily time frame, choppy on the daily though. All right, so same markdown phase there on the daily. We are moving higher, right? So here's our trend line here. We are moving higher. All right. Higher, hard to see though, but higher lows, we're making higher lows. So the price went from 19, all right, to 23, 25, right here, 35, and now at 42. So it's moving higher. Buy signal here. So we do have a buy signal on the daily. We just have to break through, like just like the other. All right. So run just like the other one. It needs to break through resistance there. Okay, but we do have a buy signal there. Next area of resistance is right here. So previous support here and here, resistance here. So this number right here, which is what? I would call it 66. Let's call it $70, right? That might be a concern. All through this area here is definitely a concern. So it's not a smooth ride up if it breaks out, okay? So 70, so right now it's at 48, let's call that 50, resistance at 50. Next resistance at 70, next resistance here, let's call that $100. So not a smooth ride up like here, okay? So very choppy, down, could see it very choppy, moving higher there, okay? As far as a quick look at Monster Scalp, I want to show you guys what's going on. And then we'll be done, okay? All right. Oh, I did not. You guys didn't see this? Hold on. Hold on. Sorry about that. I've got to do it again. All right. Sorry about it. Thanks for letting me know. All right. Okay. So SMCI. I moved to this chart so quickly. All right. So on the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, no big deal. On the weekly time frame here, let's move this. So we have really good price action on the weekly time frame, okay? All right, so good price action here. Here was the buy signal on the weekly. Not that we would buy it on that weekly time frame here. All right, sell signal there. Markdown, accumulation, big candle came in last week, big green candle right here, and they're just holding here. We have resistance right here. Let's call that $50 resistance right here. That's on the weekly. Let's take a quick look at the monthly. Monthly, good move on the month. Nice consolidation in here. See here? Nice consolidation in here. Here is support. Here is resistance. We just need to break through. So we've got a really good resistance right about that $50 mark right here. Daily time frame, which is our trading window. Let's take a look here. All right. So good markdown phase here. Good resistance here. See here? This is where we got our previous buy signal that failed. So that right at that $50 mark, we've got strong resistance there. Okay, so buy signal failed there before. We have a current buy signal right here. It's pulled back a bit right here. See that? Right here, it's pulled back a bit. All right, we have nice, if you guys look here, it's making higher lows. So we came from a low of around 19 here. And we keep moving higher. 26, 27, 29, 34, all the way up to right here we are 45. Okay, so we keep moving higher. Buy signal here. Resistance, we have really good resistance here. Right at $70 and change, or right about here. All right, so support, previous support becomes resistance. Here is our high here. So all this whole area here. Okay, so $70. And then this area here. Okay, and previous support, this whole area here, that's a concern. Okay, so that's a concern. Okay, strong resistance here, right at that $100 mark here. So this is difficult trading. So you have a lot of consolidation in here. Okay, if it breaks through here, so from 50 to 70, right, not bad, right? You could get a move here, but once you get up in this area here, you have a lot of consolidation in here. Not that it can't break through, but traders will remember, right, how it traded, right, between that price action here. So it's very different, right, on the way up compared to this on this right here on the way down. Very, very choppy. And you can see here from the way it's trading, very choppy trading. Okay, so it's got a buy signal, but not an easy trade. So it's got to make its way through here and then finally make its way through here to finally perhaps break through. Okay, so tough trading there, not as smooth price action there. Okay, monster scalper, let's take a look here. Okay, on the 240, guys, we had consolidation all the way from here all the way down. All right, we're starting to see a few more pairs come in, but we're consolidating. We were really consolidating on the 60 minute has opened up a bit. All right, opened up a bit. Okay, but still very difficult trading. I don't know what to say, guys. It's just very difficult trading, and it's been going on for a while now. Okay, so there are trades, right? There are trades. Just be careful on both time frames. Okay, be careful shorting. Okay, be careful shorting the yen pairs. All right, the dollar pairs. Just be careful. We'll see Forex move if we can get volatility to come all the way down here. Okay, there are times when we don't need that, right? Just this amount of volatility will work out, but for whatever reason, this market does not want to move. Okay, so if you just go through the pairs, you'll see it's not hard to see. All right, it's not hard to see. All right, not hard to see. So there are opportunities, just have to be flexible and rigid. Okay, flexible and rigid with your entries and your exits. Okay, all right, guys. But good news. The good news is Bitcoin, right at 107 here. Right, looking to break out. We'll definitely pay attention to that overnight. And then buy signals on new buy signal on the Dow. That is good news. So we have buy signals on every single one of the indexes. VIX, if we can see the VIX come down, guys, to about 14, 13, that would be great. Okay, with our buy signals in place, right? Sectors are coming in line. That would be great. Okay, we have to be concerned of the summer months. Okay, so June, July, August, selling may go away, right? So, but we'll see that in the price action. If sellers come in, we'll see that. We might see that perhaps around that resistance level here. So we could, stall out right at that resistance. There's a lot of resistance above. This is on the S&P. So if we are going to see sellers come in, okay, it might happen right at this area right here. Okay, which could happen. All right, guys. Thanks for coming. But good news on Bitcoin. Good news on the equity markets. And Ron, it's so good to see you. So good. I think the last time I saw you, Ron, was at the Red Carpet Monday event, right? I think so. Good to see you, bud. Take care. Thanks for coming, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.